The death toll continues to climb after a major earthquake hit Southeast Asia. Rescue efforts are underway to find survivors trapped under collapsed buildings and twisted debris.
In Bangkok, Thailand, an Arizona man says he was eating lunch and watching Fox News when he knew something was very wrong. Jay Mansberger from Tempe grabbed his dog and ran for his life, and he joins us now with his incredible story. So put us where you were, what you were seeing, and what was happening.
To make it simple, to begin with, I was just in my condo watching the news, and when I realized it was an earthquake, I jumped up, grabbed my dog, and started to exit the building, went down the stairwell and out to the street. That's the simple thing. My experience is what took place during all that, which was the earthquake. I have my frame of reference is from a previous earthquake in California many years ago. It was like a 4.5, and the building shook. I was in a 6-7 story building. It shook and vibrated and whatnot. And so that was my previous experience. So I'm sitting here watching the news, and I just returned from Phoenix, so I was experiencing jet lag. So my ears were bothering me. Well, that was the P wave of the earthquake hitting, and I didn't know it. And I just discounted it to jet lag. I look over to my right because I keep my doors and stuff open to see the plants on my balcony, my garden. And so the wind's blowing. So I discounted the movement of the pendant lights because of the wind. I discounted my ears telling me, hey, there's something wrong here because of my jet lag. Then I got like a small jolt, and at that point I knew that it was an earthquake. I jumped up, grabbed my dog, but in that time that I was doing those things to, grab my shoes, grab my phone to get out, my feeling was the building wasn't vibrating. I didn't feel like it was going to collapse per se. It moved so far one direction. I was certain, absolutely certain the building was falling over because it had moved so much, and it did it over and over as I was doing these things to get out of the condo. But I was absolutely sure it was going to fall over because we moved several feet. And I don't, in an emergency, I'm pretty calm. And it's not until after it that it starts to set in with me. So when I thought I absolutely thought the building was going to fall over. There was not much other than, okay, I guess the building's going to fall over. At that point, I had my little chihuahua in my arms, and I didn't give time to ponder it because I was busy trying to get out and take action. So panic wasn't an option.
What was the reaction of everyone who also probably was outside realizing what was happening in real time?
Okay, so Bangkok doesn't typically have, earthquakes. So it's not like when you're in California, most Californians discount it. And nonetheless, this was quite a large one. There was still a lot of panic in the streets, and there was residual panic where people would see something or say something and everybody would start running. And when I say, on my little street, there's about 1,000 people on the street. But when I went to the main street out in front, I sit right next to a hospital called St. Louis Hospital. It's a private hospital. They did not evacuate. On the main road there was probably 100,000 people on that road. So there was a lot of panic, and it lasted like that into the nighttime hours. Where there was just so many people out of buildings.
Are you at all, let me just ask you, are you at all concerned about more aftershocks? You kind of nervous?
So there's a really good website called Last Quake. I don't know the You just have to Google it. There's been like probably 7 earthquakes since then. I've noticed a few of them, but not like the 7.7 and the 6.4. I've noticed them, but minimal.
Well, Jay, we certainly are glad you're okay, and your dog for that matter, and thank you for sharing your story with us tonight.